CBS 4 brings you team coverage of this momentous day from all across South Florida.
And it's an extraordinary, emotional response from a community nearly 60 years in the making. We want to begin with CBS 4's Donna Rapado. She's live in the center of the celebration in Little Havana. Donna.
Yeah, you know, these streets here in Little Havana, this about 3 blocks here near Versailles, has been jam-packed since just past midnight last night when news came from Raul Castro that his older brother, Fidel Castro, had died. Now, there was a tiny lull today, just people, I guess, taking a break. And when I say lull, I mean the crowd went from maybe 3,000 or 4,000 to 2,000. And it is growing again tonight. Folks out here holding flags and signs, chanting, singing old Cuban songs, rhyming, and of course chanting libertad, libertad, freedom, freedom. For Cuban exiles everywhere, it has been an emotional, long-awaited day. Fidel Castro, the man that nearly 60 years ago stripped them of everything they worked hard for, has died at age 90. Since the news of Castro's death just after midnight, thousands who live in Miami, the largest exile community in the world, packed La Calle Ocho in Little Havana in front of the unofficial Cuban Conference Center, Versailles restaurant. Pots, pans, singing and dancing, Cuban and American flags waving proudly in the air.
Are you kidding? This is the beginning of change in Cuba.
I came here in 1960. And I've been waiting for this for a long, long time. I'm sorry that my parents didn't see this day, but I'm here with my kids.
Many non-Cubans don't understand the emotion, the relief, the sense of peace, and the celebrating. But after unjustly jailing and killing thousands, forcing those living on the island to live in poverty and isolation under his decades-long dictatorship, well, it's hard for them not to feel joy about Castro's death, like Danielle Valdez's elderly parents.
They cried. They cried. They rejoiced with happiness, tears of joy. And it was very profound for them, very heartfelt. And I thank God that, and I know it's kind of morbid, somebody died, but there's a lot of things that he did to affect many, many lives in this country of Cubans that we have here now. And yeah, I rejoice with them, and I'm happy for them, and I'm happy for all the Cuban people that are here.
A special visitor got the crowd going even more. Beloved singer and exiled Cuban Willie Chirino. He and his wife Lisette both came from Cuba alone as children, 2 of the 14,000 children sent to the U.S. clandestinely through the Catholic Church's Operation Peter Pan. Most lived in orphanages here growing up until their parents could come to the U.S. and claim them. Some never saw their parents again.
I was in an orphanage in Dubuque, Iowa for a year, and then in foster homes, and so, you know, that was the beginning of knowing the reality.
You know, we were children, and there were 14,000 of us. You know, it's quite unbelievable. You know, the history of the suffering of the Cuban people is not very well known, and it should be.
And we're back out live. You can see this group here. They were just chanting Cuba sí, Castro no, Cuba yes, Castro no. A lot of them holding Cuban and American flags. A lot of them also holding this, the front page of the Miami Herald and El Nuevo Herald. The front part, the English part, Castro dead. His picture right there. The other side, this is the Spanish side, muerto, dead. And a lot of joy out here, a lot of peace for all of these Cubans and Cuban exiles, Cuban Americans out here in Little Havana. I'm Donna Rapado live in Little Havana. Donna Rapado, CBS 4.